Hello everybody and welcome back to another rebuild on this fine Saturday afternoon, and today we're going to be going to a recommended one, Valencia in Spain. They are struggling at the foot of the table, but if I have not rebuilt any of your recommended teams as yet, that's because there is an ever-growing list at the moment, so please bear with. I will get round to them eventually, but keep them coming in and we'll get to them. So like I say, Valencia struggling at the foot of the table. I'm quite surprised. I think they are joint second bottom as at the 11th of April, 27 points I believe they are, just inside the relegation zone, and looking in trouble. We're going to try and get them back to the heights at the top of the La Liga, and anything else is an added bonus. So they are predicted to finish 9th this season. So they have had their greatest era in the 1940s, boasting a total of 23 competition wins. Finished runners-up in the UEFA Champions League in 2000 and 2001. Won the Spanish top division 6 times and are 7-time runners-up, winning the Cup Winners' Cup in 1980 and the UEFA Super Cup in 80 and 2004. So when was the last time they've won the first division? In 2004 actually, and 2002. Other than that, it's been the 1940s and one in the 1970s. Cup Winners' Cup, Europa League 2004, the Super Cup in 2004 as well, and the Spanish Cup in 2019. So it's not that long ago. So that's pretty good going as well. So we're going to try and get them back to them dizzy heights if we can. First of all, we've got to survive our first season. This is their best 11 using a 4-2-3-1. I'm assuming they are DMs. I'm not quite sure, but the Cavani up front. So that's good to know. Cavani, he's always a great striker, and he has been a great striker for a very long time. Kluivert, Almeida and Lino. Nico, Hugo, Gaya, Diakabi, Paulista, Thierry and Domenech as well in goal. So they want us to sign players under the age of 23 for the future, develop players using the club's youth system, work within the budget, record a first division top half finish in the first season. I wonder if they'll sack their manager if they haven't done so already this season in real life. Reach the last stage of the Spanish Cup, work towards becoming self-sustainable, qualify. This is next season now. Qualify for the UEFA Europa Conference League, then the Europa, then the Champions League. Nothing about winning anything yet. They're just qualifying. If we can go on better, that will be job done. And some supporter culture, club vision as well. Qualify for the Conference League. Be competitive against Real Madrid. And get the better on our rivals Levante if we happen to play against them. First of all, looking at the finances, they have got £32 million in the bank. There's no transfer budget. That is disabled for the first window due to the update. They have got some serious debts. Overall, £149 million remaining. They have got a couple of bank loans, which, to be fair, they could probably pay off. There's 20 million there. They can just pay off, get rid. Not much in way of staff. We'll have to remedy that very quickly. Same with the recruitment as well, ready for next season. So squad looks very big. So let's take it from the top with the better players. Cavani, he's only on £38,000 a week. Wow. He's still worth a fair bit. He is 35 years old. He is going to be our striker until somebody better comes along. But at the moment, for this season, he may be leading the line. Unless there's a youngster that has got some pretty good potential like this one. Hugo Duro. Jose Gaya, left back or left winger maybe. Looks very decent actually. Oh my word. Paulista, 31, defender. We've got Guliman as well. Hugo, centre of defence. That is superb. We can work around him. He's definitely got a spot for us. Diakabi as well. Another youngster, 25 years old. Kluivert out on the left. Got Lino as well on the right hand side. He can be used as a striker actually, to be fair. Okay, I mean, I'm tempted more of a winger though, but his crossing's not great, but his finishing's not bad at all. I mean, just a comparison with Cavani possibly. Okay, Cavani's got quite a bit on him, but obviously as he's getting older, he's not got the physicals, the speed or the vision anymore, or technicals possibly. If we look at some high potentials then, Mariba, 19 years old, centre of midfield. Okay, we could work with something like that. I mean, has he got a contract on him? There's nothing on him. He's only here till the end of next season, so hopefully we might be able to do something there and bring him in. But at £70 million, I doubt that very much is going to happen. Nico as well, £25 million, 20 years old, defensive midfielder or midfielder. Again, another young one. Has he got a contract on him? Nothing there at all. He can be recalled though. There's quite a lot of high potential players here though. Very young as well. Musa as well. Vasquez. Left midfield or left back. He could be our replacement for left back. The 19s, have they got anything there really? Not an awful lot though going on though. Yanis Paget, right hand side. I mean, not much to shout about that. He's probably one of the picks as well as Abril and Mateo. But what about our B team? B team must have something in. Oh dear. Maybe not. Maybe not at all. There's this guy here that stands out. Christian Mosquero. Right back or centre of defence. Right, let's figure out a formation. Get our main players in here. And let's have a look what our preferred team is like. Right then, after a lot of meddling around and finding out which players play in the better positions and what good players we actually have got. In fact, we've got quite a lot of youngsters. So we're going to revert to this one. It was a formation I used with Dortmund quite a while back. It was a 4-2-3-1. All I've done is dropped a DM in there. That's all I've done with this one. Gulliman is going to take that role. That seems to be his preferred role. And he seems to be very, very good at it. The only players that I want to see in this team, really, we haven't got another centre-back to partner Dakabi. So Palissa is going to take that role with Mamadashvili. He's a young goalkeeper and I think I want to see him more. He's got great potential as well, with a 5-star potential. So I want to see him. And he has got a couple of red flags on there, like first touch. Okay, I don't care about flair or off the ball. I don't care what he does off the ball, as long as he's concentrating. But he's got great aerial reach with jumping as well. Great kicking. Superb reflexes. And as you can see, he's really our number 2. And we're going to have 2 wingers inverted, both attacking. A shadow striker on attacking as well, with Cavani. We're attacking. We're playing attacking football. That's what we're doing. And so far, it's gone pretty well. Apart from one loss, which was a testimonial for Alba. We lose 5-2 to Barcelona in that one. But everybody else, we've literally spanked. We're unbeaten in the league so far. We've drawn with Vigo and Atletico Pamplona. Girona, we smashed 4-0. And Cadiz 5-2. We've only got the Spanish Cup and the Super Cup as well, which we play Real Hispalis. But we are lying 4th in the table, unbeaten like I say. Long may it rain, I hope. With Madrid and Barcelona 4-4, as you probably would expect. And Bilbao and Real San Sebastian, the only other teams, unbeaten. Oh, as well as Vallecano, just played 3 games so far. We're still lying in 9th position, 150-1. And I've just noticed Cavani is leading goal scorer already with 10 goals. Get in, son. This could be your final season. Let's go out with a bang. Right, let's simulate our first season and we'll come back and have a look at what we've done. We beat the media predictions. Predicted to finish 9th. We finish in 4th position and in a Champions League spot as well. Absolutely fantastic. 2 points off 3rd place Atletico and a further point away from Real Madrid in 2nd spot. 14 points off the eventual winners Barcelona, but even so, we only lost 6 games this season as well. And Cavani gets the golden boot for this season, 49 goals. An incredible 22 goals ahead of Lewandowski as well. He also gets the best player in the league as well as getting most player of the match awards as well. And our young goalkeeper finishing 4th in the golden glove. So in the league, we've carried on a fine form going into September and then just a couple of losses in October, including 1 to Real Madrid. But we do beat Barcelona 2-0 at home. Okay, I'll take that as long as we can beat one of them. It doesn't matter. We do lose, however, to Mallorca and Almeria. Draw with Atletico. We do lose 4-3 to Villarreal, though. It's a massive 7-goal thriller there. February, a decent 4 wins out of 4. Sevilla, we beat. We do lose to Barcelona away from home. And then we beat Real Madrid at home. So it's kind of like a reverse roles there. But then we finished strongly after that. The Super Cup, we lose to Real Hispanis after extra time 4-2. And the Spanish Cup, we lose to Almeria 1-0 in the 4th round. That's disappointing, I'm not going to lie. And at home as well. And it was Real Madrid that take that title with a 1-0 victory over Barcelona, denying them the double. Edinson Cavani, if we can get him... We have got him for another year, actually, amazingly enough. 50 goals. Nobody has come close. Juro got 10 goals, which isn't too bad as well. I'm hoping he's going to take over. I'm hoping, or it might be the case that he may sit back in that position, the shadow striker role, and we'll get somebody else in. But if we got Cavani for another season, I suggest we get him, but bring somebody else in as well, just in case. Goals-wise, it's all Edison, really, to be fair. Assists, it is Lino and Kluivert, but Lino with 17 assists alongside his 8 goals. So if we manage to hang on to him, or shall we just see if we can get him? And Kluivert's only worth £12 million as well, although he has dropped off the pace a little bit. If we can grab these 2 youngsters here, then that'd be fantastic. I would like to have Nico and a lot of other players not getting any game time as well, including 4 goalkeepers, 3 goalkeepers actually. We only want 1 for a backup. Wow, it's not a lot. Not a lot to build on at all. I was hoping to get some of them players back in. I was hoping for around about £20 million to be fair, but that's not been the case. But we have got a little bit of wiggle room in the wages budget, so we're going to have to sort some of them out. Hopefully they haven't decided to sign elsewhere, as some of the contracts are coming to an end. So let's get on with that and we'll come back after the window. Quite surprisingly, we've been very, very busy in the transfer window. And the first up is Samuel Lino. We bring him back. Had a really good season with us last season. 13.25 from Atletico Madrid. Another one that was on loan with us last season, Andre Almeida from VTSC. £6.5 million. Another loan player that we've glad to bring back. Another player that was on loan with us last season was Hugo Duro. He had a fantastic season last season. He's already got off to a good start this season. We bring him in for £3.4 million from Getafe. Now, these transfers were already done from last season, so the transfer going through this season. So very happy to bring at least 3 players that were on loan with us last season on a permanent deal. Surprisingly, the spending doesn't stop there as well. We bring in Alan Rodriguez. Not sure where he's going to be actually playing. I was thinking right wing or even midfield with this one. Only 23 years old. £5 million from Argentos Juniors in Argentina. And finally, which I think is a real catch as well, Telmo Okanjo. I think he's going to be playing on the right-hand side. He's got some potential with him on a free. He was a free agent. Very, very happy to pick him up and get some more bodies into this team, having lost a fair few who were on loan with us last season that we just could not afford. And with that, our pre-season has gone pretty well and the start of the season has gone very, very well. You can see a couple of good scores in there, a 12-0 and a 22-0. Did bring in a youngster from the youth academy. He's only 16 years old and it's Christian Lanchas. 16 years old, like I say, very high potential. I think he's going to be a cover for Cavani. So they're going to fight it out between themselves up top. And he's already scored 9 goals in 4 games in the friendlies. Absolutely phenomenal youngster. I think he's going to do really well. So he bagged himself a couple of goals in the pre-season as well. So we start off the season against Mallorca with a 2-0 win. Elche 3-2. And then Barcelona a 2-2 draw, where we were leading after 65 minutes before Lewandowski equalised. It does see us currently second in the table behind Barcelona on goal difference, and we have drawn Bayern Munich, Napoli and Monaco in the Champions League groups, which is going to be interesting. And in the Super Cup, we've drawn Real Madrid. Pre-season, however, we've shot up to 5th in the table, 50-1 now to win the league. We've still got to try and get into the top 2 between Real Madrid and Barcelona. That's going to be a task and a half, but I think we can do it. And I say that because we've got a coaching staff that are number 1 in the division. Can't get better than that, can we? So let's go ahead and simulate Season 2. I kind of thought we might have struggled this season with a few of the better players, especially in midfield, leaving back to their parent clubs. But however, we finished in third position on goal difference as well. We scored more than Barcelona, but unfortunately we conceded a lot more as well. 80 points, that's fantastic, and only 4 points off winners Real Madrid, who lost 2 games. Incidentally, one was against us in Barcelona. We have 2 players though chasing for the golden boot. The Cavani only manages at 21 this time round. He is 37 years old now, so you can forgive him, but even so, still 21 goals. And Lino 19, which is superb off that left-hand side. Arcanjo, 14 assists, the most in the league as well. Phenomenal. Our league form, we didn't do too bad. Even going through September was great with that draw against Barcelona, and then followed up with a draw away at Real Madrid as well. Lose our first game to Cadiz, 2-1. At home as well, so that's disappointing. Levante, that's not going to go down well. It is a requirement from the fans that we have to beat them. Away from home as well, probably get away with it maybe, but with wins either side of it though, even better for us. So a couple of more losses where we expect to win though, to be fair. Barcelona we lose 3-0 away from home. Real Madrid, we do beat 1-0 at home though. Do we play Levante later on? And we beat them 2-1. So we get our own back on them. We have a good run in as well. So quite an unbeaten run as well. Losing our final game of the season. The Super Cup, we lose to Real Madrid after extra time, just the 1 goal. However, we do win the Spanish Cup, and none other than beating Barcelona, who we seem to struggle in the league against, but we thrashed them 3-0. Duro with a lovely goal there. He gets a second one as well. A good run down this right-hand side, places it in, and he's there on hand. Fantastic stuff from the shadow striker. Or did he play up front? We just don't know, do we? Another final goal to go in, all before, well, in the second half actually, all 3 goals coming. Barcelona not an answer to it all at all, but it's a great goal there as well by Hugo, and it was Guillemon with the 3rd goal in the 91st minute. We were sort of outplayed in that game as well, although we had more shots on target, so probably a better percentage on target for ourselves. We completed less passes, we had less possession, and we ran about the same distance as well, so I think very, very deserved. But that's a trophy. Either way, we have picked up a trophy. Along the way though, we did have quite a good run, beating Levante, in fact 3-0 at home in the 4th round. Elche, Sevilla 4-1, 6-2 actually over the 2 legs. And Barcelona, I mean, that's just fantastic, isn't it? And the crowds are coming in. And we want to know how well we did in the Champions League, and the answer to that is not very well at all. Just a 1 win against Napoli, 1-0. We do draw with Monaco, but then we lose our other games. Napoli 1-0 away. I mean, they have been very, very close. Twice to Bayern Munich, actually. Our squad, Cavani, top goal scorers. He only played 25 games with 12 on a sub. 25 goals for him. Lino with 22 and 13 assists, which is fantastic. Hugo Duro with 18 goals and 1. Did he play up front? We're just not quite sure. And Akanjo as well with 6 goals. Nobody else came close, but 3 people on double figures though. Assist-wise, 17 for Akanjo. Lino with 8, with 13. Gaya as well with 11 from left back. Brilliant. We will have to look to replace him at some point, but I know we have got a left back somewhere in Vasquez waiting out in the wings. Maybe we just need to get somebody else as well. And we also need to look at another centre back as well with a Paulista. He is now 33 years old, although he has got another year left on his contract. Top goal scorer Cavani, he is retiring. So we're going to be without him after this season finishes. And our youngster, did he get any game time at our Lanchas? He did get 6 games coming on off the bench, but hopefully we'll have him there for next season up top. He's got a very, very bright future ahead of him. 5-star potential. Going into next season, we have been given £10 million to spend It's not an awful lot. So again, we'll have to delve into the clauses, see if we can sell any, see if we can do some deals on the contracts, and hopefully we'll have some money left over to get 1 or 2 players in. Because at the moment, I think selling is not an option while we have the players, because we just cannot replace them. A centre-back is desperately in need. For £8 million from Dinamo, we bring in Bosco Sotalo, a young defender, 24 years old, at 6'2". He can jump and he can mark as well, with great determination, bravery and great work rate. Head is not too bad either, actually, to be honest. Vanja Vlahovic, a right wing, well, left winger on there, but he can play on the right hand side. I think that's where he is going to be playing, actually, to be honest. I thought he was a right winger, but preferred position left, but I think he's playing on the right. £6.5 million from Partizan. And also we bring in Antonio Blanco, a free agent. That's correct. He's a freebie with a 3.5-star potential, 2.5-star current ability at the moment. He can come in and cover in the midfield if need be. However, we do say goodbye to Costileo. He's gone to Real San Sebastian for 7.75. Andre's gone to CAN for 1.6. Paulista's gone to Wolves for 1.3, and a couple of players going out on loan as well, including Jose Reyes, which I am keeping a close eye on because he's just like our young striker up front, and he's got a 5-star potential as well. So hopefully his stats will go up a little bit more, and hopefully we'll see him at the end of this rebuild. Fingers crossed. Pre-season has gone fantastic. Despite a couple of draws, we did have a few players out on international duty, hence the draws. We beat Porto 3-0, Santa Clara 4-1. Then we start the league campaign with 3 wins out of 3, Cadiz, Valladolid and Atletico Bilbao. So the UEFA Champions League takes on the 36-team league basis. So we've drawn Celtic, Shakhtar, PSG, Leipzig, Ludogorets, Olympiacos, Chelsea and West Ham, and as you can see we have drawn Barcelona in the Spanish Super Cup, sitting proudly top of the table, ahead of Real Madrid and Real San Sebastian and Getafe on goal difference, only just though. And the season preview sees us climb another place up to 33-1 in 4th position behind Atletico, Barcelona and Real Madrid. And annoyingly, not one of our players is in the Dream 11, but they are, Lina and Gaya are that left hand side of some of the players to watch. Let's not stand on ceremony anymore. Let's simulate season 3. And fingers crossed, there's more silverware to come. A very creditable 4th place finish. Same as our first season. 23 wins this time, 6 draws, 9 losses. We score 84 goals, which I think is the 2nd highest in the league. And we only concede 37, so that's pretty decent as well. Real Madrid take the league, Barcelona, then Atletico, and then ourselves. We did have a poor run in, which could have got us into a 3rd place, possibly with them 2 draws, but other than that, it's not a bad end to a season though. And plus, we're in the Champions League again. Lanchas gets 26 goals in the league this season, 1 behind Lewandowski. He must be surely near retirement now. Let's have a quick look. He is 36 years old, still doing the business. So we only have 1 loss at the beginning of the first few months, and we have a clean sweep in October without conceding a goal as well. Did we lost to Atletico Madrid, we beat Bilbao, we lose to Real Madrid there. Levante, a good 3-0 away win, so that'll please the fans. Barcelona we draw. We do lose to Vigo and Atletico again. I mean, these teams that we should be beaten. We do have a run of form, February going into March, and then we lose 4 on the bounce. Again, a 3-2 loss at home to Levante. Wow, that's not going to please the fans at all, is it really? Barcelona we draw away. We do lose to Real Madrid as well. 2-0 there, but a 5-1 win over Espanyol, which is quite nice. And we win on the last day of the season as well, which we haven't done in the previous ones, I don't think. The Super Cup, we do lose to Barcelona 3-1. And the Spanish Cup, we get as far as the quarterfinals this time. Not getting very far, and we had all away games as well. And it was Real San Sebastian beating Atletico Madrid that win it in the end. Well done to them. The Champions League, we do finish in 19th position, which is very, very good indeed. Just qualifying. But we miss out by 3 points really on an 8th spot Ajax. But it's a Bayern, City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Barcelona, Real Madrid, Milan, Ajax. Man United get 12th place. Leverkusen, Dortmund as well. Any Spanish teams there? Levante are in there. They're in the Champions League. What on earth? Anybody else? There's ourselves. I mean, we have got Barcelona, Real Madrid, the usual teams in there. But yeah, all 4 of us qualifying. We do beat West Ham, Ludogorets, Olympiacos and Celtic. We draw with PSG, which isn't a bad result. We lose to Chelsea, Leipzig and Shakhtar. In the knockout rounds, we beat Leverkusen 4-3 over the 2 legs. And then we bow out to Man City. Despite taking a 5-1 lead, we lose. We could have just scored 1 goal just to take it to extra time. Wow. That is so disappointing. We had Diakhaby being sent off, so that was the deciding factor. Obviously, all goals coming before half time. However, looking at the goals, we've got 5 players on double figures. Lanches with 34 goals in his first full season. 19 for Jura as well. It's sitting in the shallow striker role, I'm gathering. Almeida as well getting a 17. Fantastic stuff. Lahovic, 14 goals and 11 assists. Lino as well, 14 goals, 19 assists. There's 13 assists for Gea with 2 goals as well. So everybody's scoring goals. And our goalkeeper, 64 and 54, which isn't too bad. Assist-wise, 3 players getting double figures. And everybody else, at least 2, apart from the ones that didn't play that many games. And Diakhaby as well. 3 goals though we got, so that's pretty decent as well. So I'm really happy with the team so far. I'm sure we can improve it. That's a bit better as well. And to do that, we need some money. So, wow. Okay, 28, nearly 29 million pounds going into the 4th season. That we could do some damage with that, I feel. That is a decent amount of money as well. Fantastic. Let's go and spend this money quickly before they change their mind. The first of our signings, Caleb Akoli, defender, £13 million from Atalanta. He looks absolutely fantastic. Looks an absolute beast, physical-wise. Hopefully he'll give some competition at the back as well. Be a great partner for one of them. Next up is youngster, 23-year-old Adam Huzlek. We've had him before in FM22 a few times. We're going to try him out in FM23, see how good he is. £17 million from Leverkusen. I think that's a bargain. And we were looking for a left winger. You'll see why in just a second. But he can play up front, as we all know, and he can play either side of the wings. But really, we want him on the left-hand side, see how well he does. And at the moment, he scored a goal for us in the league already. And a final signing from Real Hispales for £21 million is Juan Miranda, a left-back. We wanted a competition for Gea. He is getting a little bit older. We wanted someone that's going to step in once he finishes. Maybe next season, we'll see how it goes. But he is going to compete for him in that left hand side. So overall we spent £51 million. £43 million has been brought in. We had to let go of Lino. He's gone to Juventus. They activated his release clause, £39 million. Very sad to see him go. But some of the others that didn't want to sign any contracts and to be honest weren't going to get any game time. Esquerado, $675,000 to Granada. Almeria get Comet for 2.6. And Fulqua, who goes to Amiens for £950,000. Now you're probably thinking we had 30 plus this £43 million. Why have we only spent 51? The reason being is we only had 50% of the transfer revenue, which is really, really annoying. I feel like the board has done us over on this one, because if we have a look at our finances, we've got £122 million in the bank. They refuse to give us any more money. So really annoyed. It's all I can say. The formation as it stands, Collins, as we've just brought in, he's going to be playing in the defence. Hozlek is currently injured. Wonderful. Out for 3 weeks, so that's great. So we'll probably have Lahovic playing on that left-hand side. And of course, Miranda, the left-back, he's fighting it out between him and Gea for that left-hand position. Pre-season wasn't too bad. We only had 3 games in the end, which was very, very strange. We didn't organise any more than that, so I'm not happy about that. But even so, a draw and 2 wins, which was quite good. Almeria, we start off the league campaign. We win 3-1, which is nice because we haven't done really well. We haven't done well against them at all. I think we've won something like 2 games in 7 outings against them. It's not a great return, to be fair. Barcelona will lose 2-1 at home, disappointing there. And Elche we draw 1-1 away from home. In the Champions League, we've drawn Genk, Shakhtar, Bayern Munich, Feyenoord, Fenerbahce, PSV, Man City and Inter. We're lying 9th in the table, not quite 3 for 3 like we have done in the previous season, but we have had some tough games. We're not in the Super Cup this time, so that's upsetting. We are lying in 5th position, 33-1 still to win the league. We still have a chance, so hopefully when we simulate season 4, we'll find ourselves in that 5th position and above, and possibly a little bit further in Europe, and maybe nick that Spanish Cup once again. We've defied the media odds once again. This time finishing in 3rd position, our 2nd best this rebuild. I think we're slightly better off than last time as well. I think we scored more goals than last time and probably conceded around about the same. But 86 goals scored, and that is the most in the division. Wow, okay, brilliant. Not the least conceded though, but we're not far off it. But only 23 conceded by Real Madrid, who beat us by 3 points to 2nd spot, and Barcelona only win it by 5 points from ourselves, 2 from Real Madrid, although they did have a very, very good run in towards the end. We dropped 4 points. We could have got ourselves up into 2nd, but we were getting closer. And look at that. Juro was leading the line for us this season, and he scored 35 goals, being the league's Golden Boot winner. He also gets the best player of the season as well, with Akanji as well getting into 4th spot with 7.29. He also gets 2nd most assists with Adam Hlazek in 4th place with 11. Jura also gets the most man of the match awards as well. He's just had a very good season, hasn't he? So filtering our results then for the league, it's not been too bad. It's a couple of losses. Well, obviously that Barcelona one right at the beginning. Real Hispalis, then we went on an unbeaten run for a couple of months with a 5-2 victory over Atletico Madrid there. Wow, and a win over Bilbao. We do lose to Real Madrid, but we beat Vigo and Pamplona on either side. Barcelona we lose again, so we didn't have a very good time against Barcelona this season in the league, so it seems. But look at that. We only had a couple of losses at Elche. We did beat Real Madrid 1-0 though at home, so it kind of evens itself out. A couple of nice big scores in there, 4-3 over Sevilla there. Gijon as well, 5-0. Granada 4-2. Couple of big... Oh, 6-1 against Villarreal there. And Atletico we beat again, 4-1 this time. 4-1 against Pamplona. Real San Sebastian 3-0. And it's a good finish to the end of the season. 2 slip-ups there against Sevilla and Vigo, though. The Spanish Cup, we get all the way to the final, losing 3-2 to Barcelona. We did have a 2-1 lead through Almeida and Lanchas, but it is Lewandowski and the winner by Rafinha as well. We were 2-up, 2 late goals in the 70s minutes. I mean, it's unfortunate, disappointing, but yeah, it would have been nice to win that one again. We did beat Girona 7-3 there. Wow. Sabadell 2 against Sevilla. Atletico Madrid we beat again, this time after extra time. We beat Villarreal. Real Hispalis we beat as well. I mean, some very good scores there as well. But the 7-3, wow. Champions League, wow. This is a turn up. Now we're in 6th position. We qualify for the final 16 with 6 wins and 2 losses. Who did we lose against? Man City and Bayern Munich. Okay, I can take that. But we beat Inter, PSV, Fenerbahce 8-1. Wow. Feyenoord, Shakhtar and Genk as well. Wow, 8-1 against Fenerbahce. Flipping heck. But that's pretty good. 24 goals, 5 against. 8 for 8 for Napoli, Man City, Liverpool, Ajax, Man United there as well. Bayern Munich. Any of our Spanish clubs in there? Barcelona just scraped through to the last 16. Real Madrid finished in 50th position, losing 3 games to Inter, Tottenham and Liverpool. Atletico Madrid also qualify as well, and Real San Sebastian, so we all do well. In the round of 16 though, we beat Inter 5-3 on aggregate. Then we beat Man United. Wow. We lose 4-1 in the away leg and then win 4-1 at home and winning on penalties. Sancho scoring in the 91st minute to take it into probably extra time and penalties, but we were 4-0 up after an hour. Then PSG in the semi-finals, we beat them 5-3, 3-1 at home. with Adam, Mateo and Miranda all scoring goals. How did we do in the away leg for that one? We were 2-0 up. We threw it away. And then Liverpool in the final, 3-1. Wow, what a season. Third in the table, runners up in the Spanish Cup and runners up in the Champions League. Next season, I want to win it. That would be great, wouldn't it? We were 1-1 in this game, and then Jota and Van Dijk as well scoring the goals. Disappointing to not win it after getting through to the final, after beating some big teams along the way. Wonder if we can do that again next season, because that's where we are at again. Squad-wise, Juro, 47 goals in 41 league starts. 25 for Adam as well in his first season with 15 assists. Phenomenal. Lanches as well. He gets, bear in mind, he's only 19 years old. Wonder if he played on the right wing or something, or left wing maybe. 50 starts, 23 goals, 9 assists. Alcanjo as well, getting 38 with 15 goals, 22 assists, 11 for Vlahovic as well. It's been shared across the whole team as well. And our goalkeeper only conceded 69 goals this time round. That's a massive improvement. Miranda, how did he do? He did have 10 starts, so Gaya as well. He played majority of the time. It's 7 assists. So let's look at the assists. I mean, goals-wise, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people hitting double figures. 3 people hitting 20 and above. That's fantastic. Assists-wise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people getting double figures. So how much have they given us? £36 million. Really, is that all? We've got £140 million in the bank. I don't think we've got any debts, have we? Apart from 56 million, we've only got £2 million in transfer debt. I mean, come on, give us some money, please. I'm going to make the request. Increase transfer budget. And they're only giving us 65%. Come on. And I want, as well, I want increase percentage transfer revenue. Yes. Goodness me, that's just... And they're giving us some wages budget as well, about 300,000. 400,000 actually. We could get at least 2 really good players that we probably need to consolidate. But I think attacking wise we're okay. Midfield, I think we're okay-ish. I think we need somebody else in there to challenge the 2 that have got comfortable, I'd say. So let's delve into this market for the final time and see if we can bring up some gems. We've only delved into the market for 1 player, and that 1 player is Ruslan Litanov. £32 million from Porto. I felt we needed another midfielder, and Guilherme is as good as he is in that defensive midfielder role. I think this guy will give him a run for his money. But £32 million, I think that's money well spent. And that was our budget. So just 3 players make the side to start off with. The goalkeeper, we've got a Collie and a Litanov as well. Them 3 guys I want in there for sure. We almost had problems with Vlahovic. Juventus came knocking on the door. And we managed to get him another deal, another 5-year deal. It has cost us this time round, but we had money there in the wages budget. We didn't need anybody else. I think we've got a very, very good squad. And saying that, our pre-season and start of the season has gone pretty well. We won all our pre-season. We drew with Barcelona 0-0, first game of the season. 55,000 capacity, sellout crowd. Then Real San Sebastian and Real Hispalis both beaten 3-0, and we've drawn Roma, Genk, Rennes, Bayern Munich, Copenhagen, Young Boys, Arsenal and Porto, and we've drawn Real San Sebastian in the Super Cup. We're back in that, hurrah! We're lying 3rd in the table, which is nice, not sitting outside, so we're unbeaten. We haven't conceded a goal as well, which is an added bonus, but Villarreal are running away with it. With a 3-0, 5-1 and a 1-0. Where are Barcelona? So they've drawn 2 games. Obviously one with us. Real Madrid was the other one. And where are Real Madrid? Oh, I thought they were at the bottom of the table then. No, they're just behind us. And with just that one signing, we have sneaked into 4th position from the media. 18-1 now to win the league. We're getting very close to the top. Hopefully we can come away with some sort of trophy. Champions League, I wouldn't mind after we're going so close last season. The Spanish Cup I would like as well. And well, why not? Let's just go for the treble this season. Well, apart from defying the immediate odds, we've only just gone and won the Spanish La Liga. The final season, we have managed to do it. We've been catching up with the top 3 for the past 4 seasons, and Finally, we do it on the final season as well. We've had such a good run in Real Madrid. Kept us going right up to the end. Barcelona finishing a credible 5th spot. Wow, we've 13 points ahead of them. But 85 points takes it, 3 from Real Madrid. Sevilla just behind with Vigo. Atletico Madrid in 6th position as well. And Levante finished down in 14th position. But what can I say? We're champions of Spain. And Juro finishes the rebuild top of the Golden Boot again. He almost gets best player of the season. But apart from Araujo, who was just behind him in the Golden Boot actually. Gaya with the almost most assists, well, joint most assists as well. It's a fantastic effort from the lads this season. How did we do the rest of the cups? I did want to treble, but that's 1 down. So our league form, we went unbeaten and we didn't concede a goal against Real Madrid either. So that's a 0-0 draw there as well. I do think that helped us win the league though, taking points off the big guys. A couple of more wins, some more there. 5-1 against Espanyol. We lose to Bilbao, Villarreal and Vigo, but we beat Atletico Madrid, Sevilla and Levante, so the fans are going to be happy. And clean sheets once again. Another couple of losses, wins, losses, not many draws, which is good to see. Real Madrid, we beat 1-0 at home, excellent stuff. Levante, we beat as well, again. Villarreal 5-0, a 4-4 draw with Atletico Madrid, and we do finish strong towards the end of the season. Despite that 2-1 loss to Almeria, we finished strongly with 3 wins on the bounce. The Super Cup, we managed to get to the final, but we lose to Barcelona 3-2. We could have been on for a quadruple even. The Spanish Cup, however, we don't get further than the 4th round, losing 2-1 to Espanyol after beating Ibiza 2-1 after extra time. Disappointed me to get any further in that after reaching the final last season. The Champions League, however, we finished in 15th position, so we're into the next round, not the round of 16. Any of the Spanish clubs, Real San Sebastian miss out. Sevilla are through. Real Madrid and Barcelona, as you would expect, with Man City leading the way. But we did beat Young Boys, Copenhagen, Rennes and Genk. We drew with Arsenal, which isn't a bad result, and Porto, Bayern and Roma we lose. We knock out Milan in the next round 6-5, only just a 4-2 win there with the 116th minute winner from Okanjo after we had Sotalo sent off as well. In the next round of 16 we do have a bow out to Arsenal after drawing 3-3 with them in the league stage. We lose 4-3 at home and a 1-1 away, which isn't a bad result, but it was an own goal in the 88th minute that did it for Arsenal, and we were 3-0 up in that game. 3-0 up in that game and we threw it away. Would have been a different matter if we got through. And it was Arsenal that take it from Chelsea in the final as well, so we did lose to the eventual winners. That could have been us. So no treble, but Juro, 45 goals this season from 46, 15 for Vlahovic. Adam gets 14, 12 for Akanjo as well. Only 4 players reaching double figures, none in the 20s apart from Juro. But he is almost a 5-star player at 27 years old as well. What happened to our youngster? Lanchas went to Bayern Munich for £51 million. In January, they got his release clause. Wow, that could have been devastating for us. How did he do for us in the... well, as long as he had with us. 3.5-star almost. Wow, I tell you what, he's going to reach his potential very, very quickly. But he only played 18 games, 2 goals for us actually. He's got 4 in 12 for Bayern Munich. 3 people reaching double figures of assists. Gaya Litvinov with 12 assists. Where did he... oh, of course, he was the DM, wasn't he? And 11 for Okanjo as well. Did Gunnerman play? He did. Still played 40 games. So that means Racic, what did he do? 26 games. Okay. Still getting some game time. And our goalkeeper only conceded 58 goals this time. I'm intrigued as to how many clean sheets he got, because we did have quite a few. 16 clean sheets. I tell you what, he's done reasonably well over the seasons. In the league, he hasn't conceded that many goals at all. He's done really well for us. For £725,000 it's cost us. I'm intrigued to see how much money we have in the bank. 192,000, and they're only willing to give £53 million to spend. I mean, that's just pure greed, isn't it? Debts. Transfer debt of £2.5 million. I mean, they could pay all this off. They wouldn't have to worry, would they? Our staffing before we go as well. Oh, wow. Look at that. Round of applause, everybody. Still a man down in each department, but we have got the best coaching staff. We've got the best recruitment staff and almost the best medical staff as well. This is where we're going to leave it. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you did enjoy it. If you watched it to the end of this, thank you very much. Smash that like button if you have done as well. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And until the next rebuild, thank you very much for watching. Thank you.